Human imagination actually has always been essentially an incalculable and immeasurable entity in itself, because its power absolutely is something that can neither be measured nor rationalized by anyone or anything in the world, because imagination is beyond the reaches, understandings, and limits of the human mind, and the shortcomings and weaknesses of the intellect, will, ego, ambition as well. And all of these faculties of ambition, will, ego, mind, knowledge, intellect are somehow, some way not only limited, weak, but they also are finite, relative in ways we cannot even imagine or anticipate them to be. And if we want greatness, significance, distinction in our lives, if we want to be great, if we want to just create, then we cannot always afford to stay dependent upon the possession and acquisition of knowledge, mind, intellect, because those things are limited and relative, and they are going to provide ourselves with one shortcoming after another shortcoming. But then again, imagination is the main differentiating factor that changes everything. Imagination is the play that brings about the ultimate change into our lives, because all the great men and women that have ever lived, that have created something or another which always helps humanity, is that has happened because of imagination and fantasy and creativity. All the great men and women, all the all-time greats of scientist, philosopher, novelist, writer, astronomer, those people have happened not just because of degrees, knowledge, and intellect, but also because of the unbelievable, incredible power of imagination, fantasy, and creativity in one or another. Because without fantasy, without imagination and creativity, all those writings and thoughts and greatness could neither be thought about, nor said, nor written by anyone in the world. And that's how imagination changes everything. And just as the German-born theoretical physicist and scientist Albert Einstein says, imagination is more important than knowledge. What happens in imagination is absolutely unbelievable, and what comes out of it is indisputable and unmatched anyways. In poetry, novel, science, philosophy, all those things are backed not just by passion, desire, but also by suffering and imagination in one or another. So we always are indebted to imagination, and the debt we owe to the play of imagination is literally immeasurable and incalculable anyway. So we can acquire any knowledge we want, we can possess success, wealth, riches, but that is neither power nor strength nor imagination. That is what we have to understand. And intellect is limited. Intellect is egoistic and arrogant and vain and proud. So is knowledge limited. But experience has role.